At Trinity Health System, we have a profound respect and awe for all creation. We are motivated by the words of Christ to be his hands and heart to those in need. Our doctors, nurses, and staff are driven by selfless performance, combining our expertise with the technology to bridge the gap to healthier communities. Healthcare isn't just about healing, it's about human dignity. Trinity Health System, inspired by faith, serving you with distinction.
What are we starting?
Why doesn't he like cheese? Seriously. Any idea?
No,
Doesn't like mustard.
Well, but he likes cheese on his pizza.
But not extra cheese, because he can't do extra cheese.
Yeah, I believe his word for cheese on a pizza is just a placeholder. And he knows it.
How do you eat a hot dog without mustard?
Well, I can't do that. I need mustard and ketchup.
Well, I don't do ketchup. I'll eat mustard and mayo. Ketchup is okay, but
My wife
the mustard's a must. Your wife?
loves hot dogs.
Okay.
Loves hot dogs. But nothing on it. Nothing on it. She doesn't want anything on it. Just
She
a
wants
plain hot
boring
dog.
hot dogs?
Yeah. And she'll eat 3 at a time of just a plain hot dog.
Kobayashi, and all of a sudden?
And she has the water cup where she has to swallow it all down her gullet.
Gullet, what a good word. Gullet! Garrison has just mustard, just ketchup. Just ketchup. On the hot dog, just ketchup.
Yeah, I need something else. I like the chili sauce with mustard on top of it.
Yeah, but your wife doesn't like you to have chili sauce with mustard on it.
No, because the chili sauce and mustard ends up on my shirt.
And then you fluff the covers. Hey, guess what? It's week 10.
Wow, I never
had no
realized
idea.
that.
Had no idea. High school football, week 10.
Good stuff.
Next week's week 11 in West Virginia, and high school playoffs start in the state of Ohio.
Crazy. Fastest 10 weeks of sports.
Fastest 10 weeks of sport. Week 10. Let's see. We'll start Thursday night. Tonight.
Yeah.
Indian Creek will host Edison. Route 43 rivalry game. Indian Creek needs a win and help. Remember that song by the Beatles? Help? I need somebody. Help, not just anybody. Yeah, Creek needs help to get in the playoffs. Right now it's looking like a 9th place finish, but you never know. But they have to take care of business with Edison this week, who is led by Seth Cade. He's just south of 1,000 yards.
100-yard performance last week against Toronto.
Yeah, and that mud bowl that was Clark Hinkle Stadium, Clark Hinkle Field, Clark Hinkle whatever.
Yeah, Edison, I was impressed with Edison in the first half of that one. They really could have made it a tie game going into the locker room at halftime. Just a crazy incidents. Edison was driving. They would have made it 14-14, but the interception returned for a touchdown really
Joe O'Brien
swung the momentum in Toronto's favor.
So how tired was he when he finished?
Probably very. Yeah, that was a 96-yard sprint from one end to the other.
Last time Joe O'Brien did a 96-yard sprint.
You don't see the big guys do that too often.
My only 96-yard sprint is to the buffet table, like John Panette.
Nice.
If nobody knows who John Panette is.
No.
Comedian, passed away a couple years ago.
Oh, my condolences. I'm sorry.
His famous line was the Chinese buffet. But anyway. You know what's not at a Chinese buffet? You know what is at Chinese buffet? Hot mustard.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. And spicy wontons.
Oh, but no cheese.
No cheese. No.
Edison, Toronto.
Edison, Indian Creek.
Edison,
get it
Indian
right
Creek.
if you're going to criticize.
Edison, Indian Creek. It's nice for them to play on Thursday night. Only game in town. I think it's. I would like to see this being played every year on Thursday night.
That's a good idea.
Creek, Edison, week 10, Thursday night.
Yeah, because we see a couple games on Thursday night to start the year. Usually as a nice warm up for the rest of the season. This is kind of a nice way to close it.
We had a couple in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
I like kind of cool because, obviously if Creek has some things fall their way, they get in the playoffs, and that gives their coaching staff a chance to go scout Friday night.
True.
And once Edison gets to that position, they have a chance to go scout on Friday. I think it's a really, really good thing, to be honest with you. And should be a nice crowd at Kettlewell. Mm-hmm. Should be, and like I said, Creek just has to sit and wait.
Yep.
They had a tough one last week against South Range, 41-7. Had, I think, 9 fumbles, 3 lost. South Range is really good.
Yeah. Greg Wade had that 45-yard touchdown run, but Creek only finished with 49 rushing yards total for the team.
Yeah.
So those fumbles really killed any momentum swings they were going to have in their favor. So they're going to have to run the ball and hold on to the ball this week because the weather still could be the same this week. It might be.
That's correct.
It might be cold and rainy Thursday night, so it's important for both teams.
You know what the best part was of the Greg Wade touchdown run, besides the fact it was a Greg Wade touchdown run, is that one of the South kids was getting one of the South Range kids was getting blocked out of bounds, and the South Range kid literally plowed into Joey Claypeck on the sidelines, the radio guy, who's wearing his yellow poncho-ish type stuff, and what should have happened was that Claypeck should have gone over the fence like the guy in Blindside when Michael Lord walked him over the fence. That's what should have happened. Instead, the South Range kid held Joey up and saved Joey a trip to the hospital.
Wow. No holding on that one.
No holding on that one. He said, "Oh, sorry, sir, I hit you," and Joey just was so thankful that he didn't really hit him because Joey would be in like 47 pieces because he's really old.
The poncho wouldn't protect him either.
No, the poncho wasn't going to protect him. All right, so that's what's going on Thursday night at Kettlewell. That's a 7 o'clock kick. Steubenville Brigade will take on Canada Prep. Canada Prep beat Akron St. Vincent St. Mary early in the season. St. Vincent St. Mary, from what I understand, was without the starting quarterback at that game. St. Vincent St. Mary later beat Big Red 15-7. Big Red has already secured a home playoff berth with a win. Now the question is where they're going to finish in the Region 15 standings.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. This Canada Prep team's loaded with some top talent coming down here. They have that win against St. Vincent St. Mary. They also beat a Penn Hills team just outside of Pittsburgh, but they've also played Highland out of Ohio, McDonough out of Maryland, Lakewood St. Ed's,
Aurora,
yes. A big school up northern Ohio. So they're battle tested,
it's a
just
team
like Big
Red. That's all
Red.
they do. It was built for kids to do nothing but go to school and play football. And they try to get these kids Division I scholarships in the States to play football.
Yeah.
And it's coached by a guy that played Division I football in the States, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
And so it's designated a Division VII school in Ohio because they only have like 60 kids in the school. But that's all they do is play football.
Yeah, so great test for Big Red as they enter the playoffs and looking for their traditional deep run. So this is just another good tune-up.
Yeah, 16 in a row for Big Red to make the playoffs. It started when I first moved to town, so just thank me. That's all. 2001 was when I March of 2001. That started their 16-year run.
How about that? Couple state championships in between. Good job, Mike. Big Red is coming off a nice 47-0 win over St. Clairsville.
Yes. I happen to be, since I'm a big wimp, I decided to go in the press box and take pictures just to see how they turned out. But I went upper deck to the Big Red coaching booth on Friday night for like the second quarter, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The first time I've been there, it's just the dynamic of what coaches do and what they say and how they go about and how they choose plays. And I was a good boy, kept my mouth shut, just watched, and it was a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, and the pictures came out okay.
Yeah, got lucky. Remember, luck will take you to places skill has never been, so that's what happens when you take so many good pictures. Toronto Madonna, Friday night at Jimmy Carey, Week 10 for Toronto. They're in the playoffs. The question is where they are going. Right now, it looks at it. Right now, there's a potential clash with Warren JFK in Week 1 of the playoffs at Molotov Stadium. That's kind of what it's looking. Toronto's coming off a nice win over Edison, and they're playing a Madonna team that's 1-7. Had some visions of good.
Yeah.
Had some visions of not so good. Coach Meek said that Madonna will show things differently on offense than what they've seen all year from anybody. So they have to be assignment sound defensively.
Ready to stop Caleb Smith, Dustin Brown for Madonna. They're two good offensive threats to run the ball and throw the ball. Tavon Jeter, 3 catches, 80 yards last week, so he's a big play threat. So, yeah, Madonna can piece a couple big plays together. It's going to give Toronto a pretty good test for that defense.
Yeah, Max Tyson ran for $150 and change in that swamp that was against Edison. Quarterback Carafa threw the ball well, like 7 of 10 for 100 yards.
Yeah, solid.
That's pretty solid stuff.
Especially with the way the weather was.
The weather wasn't good.
And he's just learning quarterback as he has all season, and they're going to be in a great position next year with him back there again.
Completely agree. So that'll be a Jimmy Carey where The new Jimmy Carey, Eric Meek, coached at Weir High School back in 05, 6, 7, and 8. Won a state championship with Weir High in 05, so he coached in the old Jimmy Carey Stadium.
Yeah.
So he said it'd be nice to go back to Weir, up to the Weir campus where he spent 4 years. And so that's Friday night, 7 o'clock, Jimmy Carey. Beaver Local goes to Oak Glen. Beaver Local tries to, both of these teams trying to finish on an upswing. Oak Glen beat Buckeye Local last week, 16-6. Dakota Price took the opening kickoff back 95 yards in the swamp that was down in Yorkville, World War II Memorial Stadium, because every grass field last week was a mess.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't care who you
Yeah,
want to
check
see.
this out. One of those Creek kids.
Yeah, one of them Creek kids.
I didn't know their jerseys were brown.
I think every team that played on a grass field last week, their jersey was brown at some point in time. So Oakland's looking to finish, try to take the seniors out on a win, back-to-back wins to finish 3-7 under first-year coach Terrano Jr. Once again, that's a 7 o'clock kickoff. Buckeye Local goes to Harrison Central for the Vales Trophy. Harrison is in a position where they win and wait.
Yeah,
Win and wait.
Kind of like Creek.
Except they only have to wait one night. Creek has to wait pretty much 24-plus hours. Harrison just has to wait to see what happens. There's a very interesting dynamic for both Harrison and Creek Friday night, is that Baltimore Liberty Union, which is behind Harrison in the Division 5 region, plays Amanda Clear Creek, who is ahead of Indy Creek in the Division 4 region. So whichever team wins hurts either Creek or Harrison.
All right.
So Baltimore Liberty Union can beat Amanda Clear Creek and possibly jump Harrison to get in the playoffs. And if Amanda Clear Creek wins, that's hard. That's one of the teams that Creek needs to lose.
Interesting. So they're going to be somebody's going to be monitoring that game probably throughout.
And then Harrison's looking for Portsmouth to beat Ironton. Both teams are 6-3. Ironton is in the playoff hunt. Portsmouth is not. So Harrison needs a Portsmouth win to help them out, and Harrison needs a Union Local loss to Barnesville. So, because right now Union Local is 7, Harrison is 8th.
Wow. And
playing a winless Buckeye Local team gives them 0 second-level points, and second-level points is what kind of puts you in the playoffs anyway.
Right, so a win needs to happen, but it's not going to be. It's not going to necessarily put them in.
Nope. Win, watch, and wait.
Portsmouth is home to Pirates legend Al Oliver.
Did not know that.
Now you do. Yeah.
Wow.
Portsmouth, Ohio.
What other Bucco's legend is from this area or this state? Quickly, besides Maz.
No, I was going to say.
We know Maz. That's kind of that's a kick away.
You know somebody else?
No clue.
Oh, well, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
So, do you like coleslaw on your hot dog?
No.
Do you like coleslaw?
No. I always get it substituted as a side. It's usually at KFC that always gives you the coleslaw.
So what is your substitute? Corn, green beans?
Green beans or mac and cheese.
Oh, mac and cheese, I forgot. You're a mac and cheese aficionado.
Yeah. So
by the way, have you cooked nice mac and cheese for your wife for dinner one night?
Yes.
Is it gourmet mac and cheese?
It's as good as it can be. Yeah,
which means what, though?
It's milky and creamy.
Milky?
I have
What kind of cheese do you use?
Shredded.
Can we go on, please?
I don't think do we have any more games left? Yes, we do.
Of course.
Got a couple big ones.
We have 2 more. We have the Backyard Brawl. Huge game.
West Virginia and Pitt.
Not that one.
Oh, okay. A couple more
Weir
years.
High goes to Brooke Memorial Stadium to take on the Brooke Bruins. And by the way, in this pick'em right here where it says Brooke at Weir, I choked. So I apologize. But on the front here, right here, where it's in color, it says We're at Brooke. So I didn't choke there. So I'm 1 for 2. I'm batting 500. Kind of like my son's free throw shooting percentage.
Nice.
Although he stinks at free throws, and I'm way better than he even thought of. Backyard rivalry, big game. Weir High needs a W to ensure a playoff spot, which they probably have. It's going to be hard for them to leap from 11th into 8th, the top 8 to host a playoff game, but it's Brooke Weir.
Yeah, and Weir. I don't think I've seen Weir beat Brooke since I've been here.
So you're
past couple 3 years. Must be. Hey, you helped Big Red. I helped Brooke.
Gotcha. Last year was 14-7 with Brooke scoring in the final minute to beat the Red Riders. This year, we know the Brooks had problems. They are 1-8, a lot of injuries. They've got Gage Yost back, Ethan Sechrist back, Chris Yekini's been a man, along with Alex Zedgel, a bunch of the kids, the seniors. They're looking to go out with a W, and I think they would like nothing better than to go out with a W against the arch rival Red Riders.
Right. That same thing on the other side. Weird. This senior class probably hasn't beat Brooke.
That would be pretty much an affirmative, yes.
So that's another big feather in their cap to finish off their.
I agree.
I mean, they've had playoff runs, but beating Brooks always evaded them, and that's still a big rivalry. So
huge game. I've been told by Claypack that the Brooke Weir game used to be Saturday afternoon, always back in the day. And according to Coach Philberto, they're going to look to bring that back to Saturday afternoon next year in Week 10.
Interesting.
Because Weir High likes Coach Philberto likes Week 11 as his bye, so he's looking to Weir Brooke next year being Saturday afternoon at Jimmy Carey Stadium.
Cool.
Saturday afternoon football is cool.
Yeah, and it won't be too hot. It'll be comfortable on a Saturday afternoon
it'll be
in
nice.
late October.
I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. So how do you like green beans?
Yeah, I like green beans. It's my favorite vegetable, probably.
Yuck. Final game of the week, Week 10, Suma Catholic Central. Coach Steve Daly picks up the Columbus Reigning Thunder, a club team that was apparently scheduled to play Bishop Hartley. Bishop Hartley said you don't need to play us because it doesn't affect Bishop Hartley one way or the other with a win or a loss because it doesn't count in the OHSA standings. And so Steve picked them up because the team they had picked up for Week 10 out of the Cincinnati area said we're not coming. So it gives the Central kids a chance to play Week 10, gives them a chance to play 10 games, and gives them a chance to finish on a winning streak to finish the season 5-5.
They finished on a winning streak last year.
Yes.
And gave the team good confidence, so another scenario like that could happen this year.
So it has a 2:30 kickoff Saturday at 2:30 kickoff Saturday at Harding. That will be Saturday afternoon football. Kind of a cool thing. And congratulations to Coach Daly for picking up that game. I mean, no one wants to not play a game 10.
Sure, yeah.
And it's kind of an interesting thing. There's more and more teams only playing 9 games for various reasons, whether it be teams dropping, like, St. John Central dropped football really late. So Madonna was able to pick up a Week 10 game, not a Week 10 game, but a 10th game against Matthews. Yeah. But Central couldn't pick up a game against an opponent. They could have played Canton Central Catholic, but there's no way Steubenville Catholic Central is playing Canton Central Catholic.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. So they were looking for a game, and so congratulations to Coach Daly for getting that taken care of. And next week is this is the final regular season game for Brooke, Weir, and Oak Glen. Brooke and Oak Glen will not make the playoffs. Weir will make the playoffs. Next week, Madonna will finish its regular season home against Clay Battelle, while Big Red is in the playoffs, Toronto's in the playoffs, Indian Creek and Harrison get to wait and see.
Football has still not left us.
And we know the patience level of Andrew Connor and Justin Kropke anyway. It's like McElwain's patience waiting for us to talk more about hot dogs and mustard and
cheese.
Is that like Winston Churchill, the victory sign?
You have 2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes.
Funny Winston Churchill story.
Okay, wait. First, forget about that. Game 1 of the World Series. How was it last night?
Comfortable. What was
it like covering a World Series game?
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Everything leading up to it and everything that happened in the game reminded me so much of the 2013 Pirates wildcard game.
Okay.
Obviously, I have a much more vested interest in the Pirates as I do the Indians, but I've grown up following the Indians closely all the time.
Right.
But to see their fans go crazy, standing from top to bottom, that's how I was at PNC Park 3 years ago. And the Indians got an early lead, and they built on from there. And Corey Kluber was masterful on the mound, so everything worked in the Indians' favor. And
the difference was you
great.
Weren't yelling Cueto last night.
People were trying to start a Lester.
Really?
Chant, yeah.
And how was the food for the media, dude?
Well, I got to eat peanuts and granola bars and potato chips.
There you go.
And they also hooked us up with concession stand vouchers,
nice.
Which I could have stayed in line a little bit longer if I really wanted like the top of the line. But I got pretzels, Swedish fish, and hot dogs.
Swedish fish. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
Wonderful.
You were 0 for 2.
Get the hell out.
Oh!
Get out.
He wants us out.
Catch it.
Seriously, I hate that. Oh! 1, 2, 3, Matheson.
Mr. Peasley.
I said 1, 2, 3, Matheson.
You just said Mr. Peasley.
The Star Sports Cast.
What?
Cast.
Start over.
4, 3,
No,